It all started with a parking spot. Not just any parking spot, mind you, but the perfect spot. Right by the store entrance, conveniently close to the shade, a prime real estate piece in the otherwise chaotic parking lot of the upscale grocery store. Deborah, a woman who valued efficiency above all else, had been circling for what felt like an eternity, a silent battle waged against the inconsiderate parking habits of her fellow shoppers. And then, she saw it. The vacant space, gleaming like a beacon in the asphalt desert. But just as she was about to claim her prize, a beat-up minivan, driven by a seemingly oblivious woman with a straw hat, swerved into the space, narrowly avoiding a collision. In that moment, Deborah felt a surge of righteous indignation, a volcano of frustration bubbling beneath her perfectly coiffed hair. Her meticulously planned Saturday afternoon was about to be derailed by this parking transgression. The simmering rage began to boil. The woman, oblivious to the brewing storm, calmly began unloading her groceries. Deborah, still fuming behind the wheel of her luxury SUV, watched the entire scene unfold, her blood pressure rising with each item carefully placed in the cart. The initial frustration morphed into something darker, a simmering resentment fueled by the perceived injustice of it all. It wasn't just the parking spot. It was the audacity of the minivan driver, seemingly unconcerned by the unspoken rules of parking etiquette. It was the perfect symbol of all the things Deborah found irritating in her life. The everyday indignities that tested her patience. The small inconveniences that threatened her carefully curated sense of order. She felt a profound sense of entitlement had been violated. This wasn't just about a parking spot. It was about principle. Deborah's phone, always within reach, became her weapon. The recording began, capturing not just the argument, but the escalating anger, the raw emotion, and a level of indignation that even Deborah herself might later struggle to explain. Words were exchanged, voices raised, accusations hurled. Deborah's carefully constructed persona crumbled, replaced by a fiery intensity that left onlookers stunned and captivated. The minivan driver, initially calm and unassuming, found herself struggling to maintain her composure against the relentless barrage of Deborah's fury. The video, capturing this intense confrontation, began to spread like wildfire across social media. The video, initially shared among a small group of Deborah's friends, quickly gained traction. It spread like wildfire across social media platforms, garnering millions of views in a matter of hours. People were captivated by the spectacle, the sheer raw emotion on display. A glimpse into the darker side of human interaction. The comments ranged from supportive "go, girl," to critical "she needs to chill." The video became a lightning rod for debate, sparking discussions about parking etiquette, entitled behavior, and the power of social media in shaping public perception. News outlets picked up the story, turning Deborah into an overnight sensation, or perhaps more accurately, an overnight infamy. The parking rage Karen became a trending hashtag. Her image splashed across newspapers and websites. The incident became a cautionary tale, a warning about the dangers of unchecked anger and the consequences of letting emotions dictate actions. Deborah, once a relatively unknown suburbanite, found herself thrust into the spotlight, her life irrevocably altered by a parking spot dispute. The media frenzy intensified. Reporters swarmed her house, paparazzi camped outside, trying to capture a glimpse of the parking rage Karen. Her quiet suburban life was invaded, her privacy shattered. The constant barrage of attention, the relentless scrutiny, started taking its toll. The initial sense of righteous indignation was replaced by a growing awareness of the consequences of her actions. The viral video had not only brought her unwanted fame, but also a wave of criticism and condemnation. The initial thrill of viral fame had long since worn off. The attention was relentless, the criticism stinging. Deborah found herself overwhelmed by regret and a crushing sense of loneliness. The anger, the frustration, the feeling of being wronged had all been replaced by a profound sense of isolation and self-doubt. She realized the profound impact her actions had on not only the minivan driver, but on her own reputation and well-being. In an attempt to redeem herself, Deborah sought to make amends. She volunteered at a local food bank, hoping to use her newfound notoriety for good. She reached out to the minivan driver to apologize, expressing remorse for her behavior. The gesture, though imperfect, showed a willingness to take responsibility for her actions and a desire to move past the incident. Slowly, Deborah began to rebuild her life. The path to redemption was long and difficult, but she was committed to making positive changes. The viral video, a mark of shame and infamy, became a catalyst for personal growth. The experience, though painful, taught Deborah a valuable lesson about anger management and the importance of empathy and compassion. It forced a deep introspection, leading her on a path of self-improvement and ultimately changed her perspective on life. The parking spot, the catalyst for all the chaos, now held a different meaning. It was a reminder of a moment of intense anger and regret, but also a symbol of her journey towards self-improvement and personal growth. Deborah learned that even from the most regrettable moments, something positive can emerge. It served as a powerful reminder that everyone makes mistakes, and that redemption is always possible.